Hey guys, welcome back to Judo Highlights. So this will be part 1 of a 2-part series, top IPPONS for the Astana Grand Slam. Was it the Kazakhstan Grand Slam or was it the Astana Grand Slam? I'm confused. So starting off, Smetov, wonderful Ashibarai. He really was on some good form. And there's another really nice ippon later on in the video, his Seoinage. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Fujiwara with the Sasai, really nice follow through as well. A lot of the Japanese do this, Ono Shohei, kind of pushing that arm over the head and then going around the back. There's some really rare footage exactly like this. I'm not sure if you guys have seen it before. Olympic final, Shavdatoshvili vs Ono Shohei, that exact same throw. Boltaboyev, he had 2 Uranage ippons at the Astana Grand Slam, and he's coming to some form as well. I've always thought with someone like Boltaboyev, his judo is better than his results. He just really needs more gold medals in my opinion. Now this is going to be the ippon of the tournament. Lombardo with the incredible Seoinage, popping the elbow out like that. Very hard to do. You have to have really incredible shoulders to be able to do it. And here's another one from Lombardo. Nice counter for ippon. Here's the other angle. I've been trying to do this more in my videos, give you guys both angles so you can really see what's going on. Carlino with a counter, also an Italian judoka, so really surprised me at the Kazakhstan Grand Slam. Just the Italian team, they are going from strength to strength. Now this is that Seoinage from Smetov I was talking about. So he goes in once, has one stab at it, and then goes in again. And now he does this really interesting thing, have a look. So he kind of shuffles to his left and then locks up the arm before going in for the Seoinage. And I think that shuffle, it kind of works as a fake at the same time. Here's the other angle for you. So I've really got to try this one. I'm not too much of a Seoinage person myself, but I do like to do it sometimes. Now this is Hikikomi Gaishi, and I thought this was really well done. Just have a look at the legs of White, really pulling backwards, leaning heavy, and then just waited for all that weight to come forward before going in for the technique. Now this one here is called Yokogake, and there was a French guy who was in Japan for a while, Tanguy, I hope you're out there, and he really surprised me with this technique one day. Never had it done to me before. It's a very awkward one. So you put that foot behind the leg and then just launch into it. It's quite hard to defend once they're in that position, although if you do kind of know what's coming, you can kind of defend it quite well. Now this one I was kind of surprised to see White get countered here. You can see Blue, he's got 2 hands over the top and White's got 2 hands underneath, so I just kind of thought, you know, if you got 2 hands underneath, isn't that the more advantageous position? Although personally I prefer 1 over and 1 under, but that's just me. This next one, a real classic Sasai combination. Well actually this step, this left step here, very classical way to do it. It's meant to be a fake for an osotogari, but I mean people just use it to step, get across the side, and then sweep the foot. That's beautiful. Zubenazar now. Really good judo from him. Judoka from Kazakhstan. So it's a really nice osotogari. Doesn't look like an ippon from this angle, but you have a look at it here. Really plants him on his back. Good control. He had the newaza if he needed it as well. Uranage here from Herk Kovic. It's a big one too. I thought he was kind of low on the hip. Usually you want them quite high, up into the chest. But he just waited for it, stayed patient. Mosakalashvili now. And he's got that big grip on the belt. And I did include this one. It was actually Hansokumake for head diving, but still, I mean, I thought this was a really nice technique. I think if you're going to take that belt grip, you can't be doing Uchimata or Haraigoshi. You really just got to plant 2 feet on the ground, split hip it, and go for an Ogoshi, Utsurigoshi, Surigoshi. As soon as you throw one leg out there, you're probably going to dive, head dive. And if you got your hand on the belt, well, I mean, you're not going to take your hand off in time to touch the mat, and most likely your head's going to touch it first. That's just my thoughts on it anyway. This next one from really nice. He's good at chaining Ashiwaza techniques together. kind of like Ochigari into Sasai, or the reverse like he's doing here, starting it with a Sasai, and then just kind of throwing that thigh in there. Could be an Uchimata, but he's just looking to kind of block legs, push legs out of the way, and then with his upper body, rotate them over. Now this, I mean, Lombardo's ippon was pretty amazing. This one here from Wolf, big Uchimata against the big guy like Ike. I mean, I don't know which one's better. I do love a good Uchimata though. How about that from Wolf? Here's the other angle for you guys. Now I'm not sure if it's a Tokai thing because Aaron Wolf and Haga, they're both from Tokai University, but they both kind of skip into their Uchimatas, although they do finish their techniques completely differently. Haga kind of likes to go up and through his opponents, and Wolf likes to bring them forward and rotate them over. This next one is also a Sasai. A little bit different to the Fujiwara one from the beginning of the video. See how white he just keeps his hand on the sleeve grip. So usually the Japanese, especially Ono and Fujiwara, they'll push that hand over their head, grab the torso, and rotate them over. Not saying which one's better or not, it's just different ways to do it. Now this is a really nice transition into the Juji. And you won't see me doing this, this is some lightweight action, these guys jumping all over the place. So we've just got a couple more ippons to go, guys. I hope you've liked the video and subscribed. Leave a comment down below as well. I always love interacting with you guys in the comments. Now how about this for an ippon? Fonseca. I mean, he's been doing this for years. This kind of Osoto ippon seoinage combination that he does. Such a power horse. And Pelchuk Peter with a seoinage of his own. Don't think I've seen him do a drop seoinage, and he really nailed this one. Got a bit of lift. Really secured that one perfectly. And would you believe I got another ippon from George Fonseca. Someone who has returned to form, probably at the best time heading into the Olympics, and he is qualified. So that's good to know. Look at this, big Osoto grabbing the back. And then lastly, guys, the greatest ippon of all time, Deko at plus 78. With a newaza transition into a Juji Gatame. It is the first and only Juji Gatame in the history of heavyweight women judo. And I may be joking, but I honestly do not think I've ever seen a heavyweight, plus 78 heavyweight female Juji Gatame. So if you find another one, let me know. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Peace out. Have a good one.